Well, hello there. Hey folks, Dave here. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I'm a big fan of platypods. Platypods are these small, low rise tripods basically for your camera. So they're designed to put your camera on here, go down low, and get all the shots you need with all the stability you need. And it's perfect for toy photography because toy photography is getting down low, and this is how I often get around doing it. So this is the Platypod Max. It's the first one they came out with. It's just a big chunk of aircraft grade aluminum and some attachments for a ball head. And it comes with these little feet. So that's the Max. They also have this Ultra here, which is a much smaller platypod, but it still has the ball head attachment and the multitude of ways of attaching it. And actually this with the ball head has been my go-to platypod for quite some time. However, there is a new kid on the block. This just got kickstarted. And it's in this box right here. And this is the Platypod Extreme. And it's the next step evolution in the Platypod lineup that has all the benefits of the Max's big capacity. It has all the benefits of the Ultra's multiple ways of attaching. And it's light, but it's all in one. And this just came in from a Kickstarter, so I'm going to take a look at it and see what I think of it. So it comes in this nice box here with this pouch, which I suspect I'll never actually see again because my gear does not go back in pouches. It just goes on my bag. Informational pamphlet. So this is the Platypod Extreme. It is, let's see here, it is the same size as the Max, but you can see it's got all these holes in it that make it a whole lot lighter. The Max comes in at 362 grams. The Extreme is 272 grams. But the thing that I really like is that these feet right here are attached all the time. And if you want to put them in place, you just pull them out, put them down, you got yourself some feet, which is very handy. The thing that I dislike the most about the Platypod was that it has these feet, but every time you did it, you had to sit there and screw it in, and it's like 2 inches of quarter 20 thread, and it just takes forever. That's one, and it's only halfway in. And then the next one, and the next one, and the next one. It takes a while to sit in there trying to get this if you need those feet. So with the Ultra, the feet are actually more annoying because unlike the Max, where the feet get stored on the Platypod itself, with the Ultra we don't have that luck. So the feet come in this little pouch. So you got to carry another pouch with you, and then you get these feet stuck in there, and they're kind of pointy and they're a bit annoying, and it's fiddly, and so I end up just not using the feet nearly as much as I should. But with the Ultra here, these feet, all you got to do is just swing them down, one per side, and you're good to go. It sits down, and you got a base to shoot from. So this is going to be very handy. It has these cutouts here, so you can slap a carabiner on it and hang it off your pack. It's got quarter 20 screws and these big ball head screws. I forget what they are. So you can slap a ball head on here. I also got this accessory kit with the Kickstarter that comes with a whole bunch of stuff. It comes with the strap. So this is the strap you can use to strap this thing around a tree or wherever you want to go. This little knobby here, which is actually used to connect a Platypod to a standard photography light stand, which could come in handy in the studio. The beaner, a rubber mat, so if you want to have a little bit more grip on your desk. And then this here, which is a round Arca Swiss plate, which is rather unique. And this actually has some potential for solving a problem that I have had with pretty much any sort of tripod solution, Platypod or otherwise. And that is, despite the fact that these Platypods get really low to the ground, they're often not low enough for the toys. So let me show you what I mean. So I've stuck this ball head on this Platypod. This ball head is the lowest ball head that I can find that works as a ball head. I stuck it onto the Platypod, and if you stick it low, like flat on the ground, and put my camera in position like so, and then aim it at a figure. If you notice that the camera is still actually pretty high up to this figure here. And if I use this ruler and measure from ground to about the middle of the lens, it is basically 5 inches, and my figure should be right around 6. So this lens, the lowest it could possibly go is basically neck height for this figure, which in some cases works, but if I ever have to want to get that up shot, then I'm out of luck. You either got to put the figure up, which is not always possible, or put the camera lower, which is not always possible. So this ball head is causing me some grief. So I'm going to try another shot here by taking the camera off the ball head completely. Then I'm going to use this round Arca Swiss plate adapter and just slide it right onto the right directly onto the Platypod, and then take off this adapter, then just screw my camera straight onto there, just like that. So now I have my camera flush on the Platypod right here. So now when I put it down low, I'm actually shooting roughly at the dude's knees. So that allows me to get a whole lot lower. So if I measure it, we're looking at the center of the lens being roughly 2 inches. Now, I know this ruler the inch doesn't go all the way to the end, but I'm comparing apples to apples here. So it's close enough for 2 inches to be accurate. But it's a whole 3 inches lower down. Now, the problem is I'm shooting at his knees. However, what I'm hoping is if I put out these legs and put them all the way down, and stick this on the ground, now I'm shooting up at his head. So this lens is now about 4 inches off the ground, and now I can get down low and shoot up. And so that's what this Platypod is allowing me to do. But this thing is still rock solid and secure. You can get smaller tripods that may or may not work. I mean, this is a fairly beefy camera with an 18 to 300 millimeter lens on it. This thing is going to tip over any of your small little dinky, like this tripod right here, which comes off the a cell phone holder. If I try to hold up my camera with that, it's low enough, but it's just going to fall over. I'm not going to trust it for anything but sitting on a desk. And that's not the use case I'm going for. The use case I'm going for here is sticking this in places that I want my camera to be dependable on. Sticking it on the ground, in grass, in sand. I've used Platypods on the beach. I've stuck them in surf. I've stuck them in water. As long as the camera is above the water, then we're good. So that's what I want this piece to do, not this dinky crap. So what I have here now is a solution that will allow me to shoot from 1 inch or 2 inches flat all the way up and still shoot 6-inch action figures and get up nice and close. And then still have a secure platform, which is fan-frickin-tastic. I did the math. It looks like it's about a 10-degree elevation difference. So I can adjust it a little bit each way. So it's not the perfect solution, but on the other hand, it allows me to get the job done, and that's really what matters. It gives me one more option in my toolbox, I think, is really what I'm trying to say. And that's what this Platypod does. So I'm really, really excited about having the chance to take this out into the field. This is mine. It's all mine. And I suspect this is going to be replacing the Platypods that I've taken in the field. And it's just going to be this one here. And I'm going to leave these other ones at home. I actually use these other ones all the time in my studio for holding up light. One nice thing about the Platypods, they come with all this attachment. So this clamp with the gooseneck attachment, all you got to do is screw it in a Platypod, and you got yourself a convenient holder. The nice thing is, the Ultra, it does the same thing. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Sometimes gear doesn't matter. I'm not the biggest gearhead in the world, but when you get to something like this, I'm a big fan. So I'm really excited for this, and it's going to probably serve me for many years to come and be a part of my creative efforts. So that's pretty damn exciting. That is it for this demonstration. I just want to show off some new tech that I find very handy in my own work, and maybe you will too. And if you do, platypod.com, you can pick up one of these bad boys. The Kickstarter just ended, so they should be available for sale real soon now from their store. So thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, please hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.